10. Did you sign your own ticket to hell?
You decide if you go to heaven, I accept the gift of eternal life, or you say, I reject. What did you just do? You just put yourself in hell. You just wrote yourself the ticket, says, you know what, I'll see you later. And how many people say, I'm gonna have fun in hell? Hell is an ugly place. I used to say, I go to hell. I don't say that anymore to people. I don't want my worst enemy to go there for how terrible it is.
9.
Mount Everest is what, 27,000 odd feet? I calculated 5 feet of water an hour. It rained for 40 days and for 40 nights. Take the amount of hours that it actually rained, calculate the amount of height of the highest mountain, which today we know it's Mount Everest. Now we're talking about trillions of cubic meters of water being poured on the earth and coming from the earth. And that's how God drowns out man.
8. NASA was late again.
Air has weight. Job chapter 28 and verse 25. To make the weight for the winds, and he weigheth the waters by measure. Now the fact that air has weight was proven scientifically about 375 years ago. According to NASA, in 1640, this man by the name of Evangelista Torricelli discovered that air had weight when experimenting with measuring mercury. The book of Job tells us that air has weight before science even discovers that it is true. Again, Job 1700s before Christ, so we're looking at 3700 years ago. If man did write the Bible, he would have known that air has weight because it's already written in the Bible. But they only discovered it in the 1600s, or about 3700 years after it was actually written in the Bible. So the question you ask yourself is, did man really write the Bible?
7. What's the most attacked religion?
Then spake Jesus unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Jesus is the truth, and Satan is doing everything in his power to actually destroy, confuse, bamboozle the fuses out of your heads. Look at how people think, especially when it comes to God and the Bible. That's why Christianity is the only and the most viciously attacked religion in the world by Satan.
6. What's a ceremonial witch?
It's the witch that is all about drama of ceremony. They focus on ceremonial magic or high magic, and often involves more elaborate or specific rituals than everyday magic.
5. Understanding 1 John 2:16.
The lust of the flesh includes excessive indulgences such as sexual immorality, gluttony, drugs, booze, smoking, whatever you're into that your flesh says, I need that. The lust of the eyes is the root of covetousness. It's the greedy desire for the material riches and possessions for this temporary world that we're actually living in. The pride of life. Finally, this pride of life is the kind of pride that is disgusting to others. It's very boastful and it's very arrogant. I'm sure you know somebody like that. This pride involves self-conceit, characteristics of false pride, having an exaggerated sense of self-importance.
4. Think you're a beautiful flower?
We are a bunch of filthy, animated dirtbags. That's what we are, plus minus nothing. This is who we are. We curse God, we make jokes about God and heaven and this, that, and the other thing, and we make fun of Jesus Christ, we make fun of God and everything else, and he says, I still want to give you this gift. How many of you out there, you've spit on God, you've cursed God? How many of you have gone through problems and blamed God? And God still says, I want to give you the gift of eternal life. If you went through a situation, there's something that you needed to learn. There's something that you needed to go through for you to get to the next phase of your life. So don't blame everything on God.
3. So I have a question for you. Where will you spend eternity future? John 3:36 states, He that believeth on the Son hath everlasting life, and he that believeth not on the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of God abideth on him. 2. The risk for a few moments of pleasure.
Listen to those that have defiled the marriage bed and in the end have lost their spouses and children, but realize this only after the loss has occurred. And for what? Again, a few moments of pleasure? Think about it. Listen to those that have gone seeking after power over others, be it in a physical or a spiritual sphere, and then realizing the harm they caused to themselves and to other people, and then regretting it.
1.
I had mentioned a whole bunch of different Christian denominations. The Catholics, the Greek Orthodox, the Baptist, Methodist, Pentecostalism, Adventist, Church of Christ, Lutheran Assemblies of God, Presbyterians, and the whole rest. And the question I asked was, how do these groups contradict the Bible. It is important for you to understand where are you sitting, what does that particular denomination or group believe. It is your responsibility to get to know that. You are responsible for what you believe because your belief system is your foundation. That's what you're standing on. And because of that foundational belief you have, that's how you're going to wheel and deal. That's how you're going to act and react in the world. So how do these groups contradict the Bible? The church that you're in, the group that you're in, how does that group contradict the Bible? Well, my group doesn't because we read everything out of the Bible. Not a problem. I'll give it to you. Is everything you're reading in context? Is there another verse that you might put next to it that's going to bring to light that, wait a minute, it doesn't seem to be saying this anymore? Be honest with yourself.